Hi my friends, welcome back to the channel. This is Tanya at Sidegigcrafts, and I am so very grateful that you are here today. Thank you for stopping by. I hope that you'll stick around. We're going to be working on a new old friend today. This is one I made, a journal I made, put together quite a while back when I went to an event, and I haven't really put anything in it yet except the pages and the signatures. They're all here, and I'm thinking this needs to be a beachy, sandy travel theme. And I've got plenty to go in it. Or how about, well, it's got ocean stuff in it, which is fun. But maybe just like a water, like boats, and maybe it's not just ocean, but also, you know, like, I don't know, like a lake. No, it needs to be ocean. There's whales and everything. I made this an ocean book and I just didn't even think about it. And I think that's going to be just fine. Let me show you what I found to go on top of it. Aren't these pages beautiful? These papers are just flippin' gorgeous. I love that I put them all together like this. It's inspiring. I've got so many photos that can go in here. Now I just need to decorate the pages and make them beautiful. And, oh my gosh, Rosie had sent me those stencils for our swap. I'm going to use some of those in here. I'll get those out and show those to you in a minute too. Oh my goodness, I have like, I think there's like a cat hair stuck to my glasses. It's itching my face. But look at these papers. They're just beautiful. And I am so excited to work on this one. I think this is our next one that's coming up. This one is, we're going to work on this today. What did I do there? Did I put two? Oh, I see. I'm going to make a pocket out of that. Either this way or this way. But I folded that paper in half so that I could use that. I need to trim it just a little bit. So yeah, that's my thought. Let's do it. Let's work on this today and have some fun with it and see what we can put together for this one. So as I was looking at this, I love it. And then I thought, well, ocean. Oh my gosh, I have a postcard up there that I've been hoarding. And look how perfect this is. I think it needs to be the cover. I really do. I think it needs to be the cover here. And I think I'll probably put something here to go with it. But this needs to be right here. And I think I'm going to probably put maybe I'll find this die cut again and put that behind it. I'm not sure, but the colors, I don't know if you can tell, but they are just perfect together. And this is just an old, actually, I thought it was a postcard, but maybe it's just some kind of label or something, but it's old, it's vintage, it's beautiful, and it's just perfect. These colors were all found inside this book and these papers. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to gather some things, guys, and I'm going to come back and I'll let you know how we're going to get started. Be right back. All right, so I found the die, thank goodness. Didn't take me too long, and I cut a few of them out. Let's see if I can get these pieces out. I think I want this one. I was looking at this color behind here, or this color behind here, and I think this one I like better because it looks more like the colors in here. So I'm going to aim for this one. And honestly, I don't care if all of these aren't cut out because they're not all going to show since they're going to be behind the postcard. So I just need the majority of the edges out so that the design will show. So I don't need the whole thing. So just poking out those near the edges. I hope you guys are doing well. It is extremely hot here. Oh my gosh, I got my electric bill. Ooh-wee. And that was without running much of the air conditioner because I can't. So, yeah. Unless some of it might have carried over from when I was running it before the tree incident. I don't know. I haven't really looked, but was a little bit blown away. But I am taking today off. I had another casualty in the house well, I found it this morning. One of the parakeets passed. The one who I had taken in that was surrendered at work, that was egg bound all the time. She was not with us this morning. She passed. So I'm a bit sad, and I'm going to stay home today because 2 pet deaths in a week is just a lot, and I don't think I could people today. So I called out. I'm going to do some crafting. I need to do some mental health things. I'm going to do some things around the house that I'm behind on, and, you know, take care of those things and love on my babies today for a bit. So let's see. Losing 2 pets in a week sucks. That's all I'm going to say. All right. So I think we got all the edges. Now, if I put that like that, can you guys see that okay? If I put that like that and then put this card, is what I'm thinking, in the middle. I think I want some of these edges taken off because I want this to go a little bit more this way, but that's going to go all the way to the edge. So that's not going to work quite the way I want it to. Let's take off a little bit of this edge. And I might need to cut this a little bit more and do something a little different. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to work. I'm just playing. I have an idea. We'll see how it goes. It may not go the way I want it to. And you know what? That's okay if it doesn't, because we always find something that works. All right, let's try that. Kind of thinking like, kind of like that, and kind of like, and then I need this offset too. Hang on a second. I'm fussing too much. Put this under here. Fussing just a bit too much. Shouldn't have to fuss that much. Something like that. Now here's a question I wasn't thinking about, because this is a different brown on the edge. This really doesn't show that it's that, does it? Maybe I do need to do it this color. It's not exact, but it's pretty darn close. Do we like that? What do you think, guys? I need to cut out some more squares, obviously, but I'm just trying to see if it'll work. Maybe I could put this color behind it. I have an idea for that piece. I'm not going to cut that one. But if I put a chunk of this so that it shows through there, hold on. Like a solid background color. Would that make any kind of difference? It would frame it more. I feel like the contrast isn't enough with this color though. I do like it. I think I'd squeeze it down a little bit and make it darker. Darker brown, darker brown. Do I have a darker brown? I must. And I think this would be the one right here. Is that darker? It's redder. I think it stands out a lot more. Do you guys think so? Is it the same color? It's not. It is darker. Okay, so there's my thought. Or I could put this color behind. Hang on a second. Here's an idea. It's just an idea. We're just trying things on. I could put this color behind here and then put it up against there. That's nice too. I do like that a lot. I think it draws more attention to the card. Let's do that. I think we're going with it. I think I've made a decision. Thank you for whoever shouted that out. That was a great idea. Okay, or, ooh, it's this color. Wait a minute, we might have a contender. What about this one? Guys, look at this color. Or maybe I do 2 backgrounds, but look how this one ties in. That's really beautiful too. Oh my goodness, I love that. Okay, I think we're gonna go with this, but check this out. If I do this, frame it with that, just a tiny touch. Let's see, look at this. Because we want to build up this card. If we put both of those around there and then put it on there, or am I doing too much again? Well, let's cut them and see. Let's cut them and see. If I don't like it, I don't have to glue them together right away. I don't have to. I really do like this color too, though. It's really pretty. It's very different from this one. This one's kind of plain, huh? Okay, this card is 5 by 3, which I should have known that. So we're going to go this one, 5 1/8 by 3 1/8. Which I didn't have to unfold this for. 5 1/8. Let's do 3 1/8 on this side so I don't waste as much. 5 1/8. I mean, sorry, 3 1/8 by 5 1/8. That's going to give me a tiny bit all the way around. I probably should have gone a little bit bigger. No, I like it. Okay, 5 1/8 by 3 1/8. And then this one will be 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. Move this stuff down here. Oh, I just had an idea. I might have to do this over, this part anyway, because here's something. I mean, this is gonna be really pretty. But what if, because this lighter color is on top, what if I put script on that layer, made it a little bit wider so you could actually see the script print? I think I'd like that better. So we'll hold on to these for something else. We'll use those inside the journal. Let's do this. Which color was the first one? This one. So I'm going to go wider. This is a 3 by 5. So let's go 3 1/2 by 5 1/2. That'll give me a little bit more room. Three and a half by 5 1/2. And before I forget those measurements, we're going to cut this darker one more time. To 3 3/4 by 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. I think we're going to like this even better. Okay. So here's my idea. Let's put those up for just a second. We've got our script stamp. And I'm going to use my darkest brown, because that's what we're doing here. And this is Scorched Timber. And I'm going to use my big old script stamp. And we're going to script this up. Now I want a good print, so I'm going to leave this sitting down. It doesn't have to be perfect because the only thing that's going to show is the edges, but I do want those edges to be nice and covered. I went to look for a die and I pulled out a whole bunch that I could use in here, and I've got them all over my desk, and I should put them aside somewhere. How can I put them aside? Ooh, I think I see something I can put them in. Just things I could use inside this particular journal would be pretty. Okay, and we need some up here, and we need some down here. And we're pretty scripted up. Okay, put that up for a minute, and you'll see the difference. Look, that kind of suggests that maybe this is a postcard because now there's script around it. Can you see the difference? I like it. It's just a very subtle difference. Let's glue it on there. I'm not going to change my mind now. So let's glue this one on. Now the questionable part was whether I want to put the dark piece behind it. And I think I probably will. All right, vintage postcard thing. I really, really, really love you. And it's time for you to find a permanent home on this journal. Love this card. Love, 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 love. Now I could also sew it, but I think if I'm going to do that, maybe I won't sew the card onto here. Maybe I'll sew this piece onto the next piece. Where's that piece? This one. I don't really want to ruin or mess up the card at all. But I could see sewing this one on there. Do we love that? I do. I do love that. Let's do it. I don't want to do as much sewing in this journal as some of the ones that I've done, but I think it adds such a nice and finished touch to the projects. that I think I won't be as happy with it if I don't add some to the cover. Gorgeous. Okay, now here's the next question, is if we still want to put, I'm gonna put this down so it has something to lean on. Do we still want to put this behind it? So this would go this way, even if it's just one piece. And this could go this way. Do we still want to do that, or do we want to skip that and use those pieces somewhere else? Because we don't have to. It's not required in any way. But I feel like, what if we just did one? What if we just did one this way? Does that look nice? I was also thinking, because this was sitting here and I thought I had the opportunity to think about it, what if we put this one here? Okay, so here's my thought. I'm kind of not liking this. And part of the reason is because it's a different color than this one that's right next to it. So what if I just do that and put this here? Let me just cut this really quick so I don't have to keep messing with it. I'm probably going to do it, so. Put this here. Put this here. Now that I like. That I like. It's pretty. Let me move that up just a little bit. Do we like that? I'm covering this because it's throwing me off a little bit. And maybe we could put a little tag down here. Maybe that says journal or something like that. That would be super cute. Put that up just a little bit so that we could put something more down there. Let's do that. Do you love it? So here's something I do want to do though. We've got some gold flecks in this paper. Let's use our gilding wax. If you guys don't have gilding wax, you really should get some. This is Gilded Touch, Cosmic Shimmer Gilded Touch. I got it on, scrapbook.com, I believe. And it's lasted me forever. It works really well. You only need a little bit. I've got like half a bottle, and I use it a lot. Just a touch. And then, because I got just a little tiny squirt there, I just put a little bit on my finger and just kind of go around. It adds such a really cool effect, and it just really makes it stand out. Really love that. I'm going to get a little bit on that scripted paper too. I might need just a touch more. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to go ahead and sew around the papers. I'm not going to sew the card. No, I'm going to sew the papers because I think that if the closer I bring it in, it's going to just distract. I want to go around the edges. So I'll be right back and show you what I've done. All right, she's all sewn up. I think she looks great. I'm glad I decided to just do the papers and not around the card because I think that framed it perfectly. So let's go ahead and trim this or glue this there. And I think we can just put some glue along here. And we should be able to just plop this down. I think this is the better, prettier side. And I'll trim the edges later once it's fully dry. And then I think we'll just put that there. I think that's gorgeous. Oh, yeah, we wanted to go up a little bit because we want to put a tag on it. Or, yeah. All right, or a label, I mean. Put some heavy glue over these stitches because they don't like to stick. Ooh, there we go. They do not like to stick. And then as I'm looking at this, I think I'm going to go around the book also, oops, with some gilding wax around the cover, the front of the cover here, just to highlight it, just to show off those edges. All right, I got to hold this down a minute because this is not going to stick otherwise. There we go. That's better. Okay. Got to keep moving, right? Keep moving, keep moving. We'll just put some around the edges here, just lightly. There we go. And we'll push this back down. Make sure it sticks. I might have to go back and put some more glue in spots, and that's okay. That's so cute. I love it. It's pretty humid in my house, so I'm feeling like it's not wanting to dry quick, but like it usually does. It usually doesn't take as long to dry. So they came out yesterday and tore out the bottom kitchen cabinets and the sink. It started with the floor's been, I'll add a video on to show you guys where we're at with that at the end of this video. So if you stay through this video, I'll show you kind of the progress we had yesterday. The sun's out. I don't have lights in those rooms, so I can't really show you sometimes, but I can show you today because it's still light out since I'm home. But you'll see, it's nuts. You'll be like, what in the world? So yeah, I'll show you the inside of my kitchen that is all tore up. It'll be fun. It'll be fun, guys. All right, so I need a label. I need a label to go there. I pulled a couple of these. That's not a label, but it does have an alphabet. Not that one. Not an envelope. Not the United States. Maybe something like this. I thought this would be kind of cool, like a torn map kind of thing, and maybe one of these bigger ones. We could do, this would be too big, but I thought this would be pretty inside, and that's too square. But I've also got something like this. I love this one. Would be really pretty right there, actually. I think I love that one. That might be the winner right there. Didn't have to look too hard for it, did I? Question is, what color? What color should I do? Maybe I'll do a paper closer to this. I think that's craft, which would be fine. That's it right there, which would be fine. And I could use some stain to go around the edges just to darken it and give it some different definition. So let me run through my die cut. Oh yeah, that's a great choice. So we'll just pop these little guys out. That cut perfectly. That die did. I don't know where I got that one. I've had that one for a while. Sometimes you just see ones that you see and you're like, oh my gosh, that's really cool and unique. And it is really cool and it's unique because I don't know where I got it. Probably AliExpress. Which I say unique, but if AliExpress sold it, it's probably not very unique, but still, couldn't tell you. I'm sure everybody's got something similar. Okay, so there's that one. We got all the holes popped out. And what I'd like to do then is get out my stamps. Get out my stamps, like I said, that have the letters on them, because I love these. I love these, and I think that the word journal will fit just perfectly in there. Or should I put like seaside? What do you think? Because I thought about that too, but maybe I'll just put journal. I think I'll just put journal. I think it's... I need an A and a U. And an R. And I already got those. And an L. I need an O and a J, right? An O and a J. There's an O. I just need the J. Let's look and see if it's not those numbers. There it is. Okay, I don't need those. I think I've got everything. J O J O U R. Oh, I forgot the N. How did I forget the N? Who let me forget the N? Who did it? Good grief. There it is. I see it. I see it. Ugh, there it is. All right, now we have our word. Now let's make sure that this is long enough. It sure is. We can fit it nicely right there. Journal. All right, let's get out our ink. A pretty, pretty ink. And we will place it as straight as we can. Right there. Love it. It's a little bit crooked. It's okay. All right, there's journal. Love it. It is handmade, so it's okay if it's got some things that aren't perfect. We are always okay with that. Especially that it's a junk journal, right? Now, I don't have junk in there yet, but I will have some ephemera that other people thought was junk and got rid of. Actually, there is some of that in there. Just kind of put a little bit of this here and there, just to give it a little more depth and interest. And then I'm also going to take my gold again and put that around there as well. Just a little, just a touch. Just to give it a little shine. Give it a little bit more than I intended, but that's okay. There we go. Do you love it? I love it. And it's going to look beautiful on the front right there. Isn't it? I think so. And I think I want to put this up just a little bit, like right here on those stitches. With the stitches behind it, it kind of is a little bit distracting and looks messy. I think I'm going to pull it just up a little bit like that. So let's go ahead and glue it. Could put a couple extra layers behind here. I think it would make it thicker, but I don't think it's necessary. So I'm not going to. There we go. We'll just kind of touch it along the edges where it might stick up. There. Right in the middle. Right. That looks right. Right there. We'll push it down. I could always add some other die cuts here, like maybe some seashells or something like that, some decorative somethings. I don't know if I'm going to. For now, I think this is plenty. I think it's, I like a simple cover that's not too extravagant. I want the title to show. I want it to be beautiful. Something that says, ooh, makes you want to pick it up and look at it. That's what I want right there. And I think we've got that. Hopefully. All right, just want to make sure all my edges are pushed down and well attached. And then I think I'd like to go back on the back and put that lace again on this side too. So we'll cut one more piece. I don't need to decorate this side, but I would like to put the lace just so it's the same. I can hear my birdies singing downstairs. They sound so sweet. There we go. All right, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and let this dry. We'll come back and do a few decorative stuff inside. All right, we've got the cover done. Well, as done as it's going to be for now anyway. And I went ahead and put a little bit of gold on the edges here because it was looking a little flat, and then as well over here. So you'll see that. Let's go in here and find some easy peasy page things that we can do, like gluing the pockets down and stuff like that. I don't want this video to be too terribly long, but like this one, should I glue that down and make it a tuck spot? Or this is interesting because it's torn there. So I'm thinking maybe I will. We'll just tuck spot it. Just like that and like that. And we'll glue that down. We'll make that easy decision. And I know that there's going to be some other easy decisions in here too. I was thinking this might be cute to make just a pocket out of this with a tab, but then I'd cover up all those whales, and I don't want to lose those. Most of them are upside down. No, they're not. That one's right side up, that one's right side up. They're fine. I could turn that into a pocket though. But this is a pretty cool page. I like the gold. All right, we'll leave that alone. Let's move on. See what else we got. Because I know there's a couple more folded pages in here that we could turn into something. We could also, whenever you have a signature stitch in here, you can always take these two pages if you don't want those to show and glue them together and make a pocket. That's a cute way to make a pocket, and then you'll never see those stitches. I tend to like to use mine. But because these, well, no, you know what I'll do with these is stencil them. I'll leave those alone. Let's go ahead and glue this one. Some of these could be used as flip outs too, but this book already has so many pages. Don't need to add a ton more. And then we've got this one, which could be, I have an idea there. What if I don't think it's sturdy enough. I was thinking this might be really cute to make as a like a tuck, but if something caught one of these edges, it would just tear it. So I don't think that's a good idea. But there's also the idea that if you take, I'm not going to use this one because I'm just pulling one out of my box. It probably won't match or anything. It's just an idea. You could also leave this as a flip out and put a card here. And then this would be the part that flips out. So you could do something like that as well, which would be super cute. And so I don't want to glue all of them shut. But I'd have to find a card that would go there. And certainly that one does not. All right, what else we got? What else we got? What else we got? We can flip that one out too. I've got another one here. Good grief, I've got a lot of them. We'll make some of them tucks. That one goes the same way. Let's make that a flip out. Something to do with the ocean because we've got netting over here, so it'd be cute to decorate. This one I'm going to leave. I'm going to do this one. No rhyme or reason. I just don't want too many tucks. Well, I want a lot of tucks, but I want some flip outs too, so we can decorate them and have fun with that way. Let's glue this one down. And I'll be decorating this part of the paper with probably stencils. We can do that next. I do love these papers though. And we could always, oh, this is the one I wanted to work on too. So here's my thought here. These line up okay. This one doesn't really very well. Where is that big? There it is, this one. I'm going to go this direction. And then I'm going to glue these together. And then we'll use this pocket to put in a, like a sturdy, like a writing board. We'll make like a journaling card writing board kind of thing so that they can actually take it out and use it in their book if they need a solid surface to write on. And or they could just write on it for like a journaling space. Okay, cut those straight. That will be cute. Okay, so we've got that. We could probably put another one of those in the front of the book. Ooh, I like this. See the different sizes and stuff? I like it. I like that a lot. That's kind of fun. This would be kind of fun to put just like a little page turn on it. And a tuck. Let's do that. Let's just do that. I don't know if all these will pop. This is that one. Let's see. Ooh, this one does though. This one's got cut better. Had more of them come out. Let's see what we could do with this one. Ooh. Another idea just came into my little noggin. If I don't cut this part off, maybe I can fold it around to this side and make a pocket or something out of it that way. So let's see if we can get how many of these we can get out. Let's see if we can make that work. I think this will be a little sturdier than the straight netting one because it's the pieces are thicker in between the connections. Oh, this is a good distraction, guys. I needed this today. I needed it. Oh shoot, I just tore that one. I need to find my Tim Holtz scissors. I just tore that one too. Doggone it. Okay, let's see if I can fix it. There's two more. These scissors are way too big. Okay. Page is the right size, so I could just cut, or not cut, but I could score it. I think this is cut a little bit crooked. How do I... If I line it up right there, and then fold it this way. Okay, and then if I put it like this, then I guess I can go all the way to the edge. It doesn't really make a difference because this page isn't as long as these. I was thinking I'd leave it out and be like a tab, but it won't stick out far enough. So let's put a bit of glue right here. Oops. And then right here. And then make sure that's in the right spot so it lines up on one of the edges. We'll do the bottom. The top I'm going to have to trim just a slight bit, I think. Okay. Those pieces that came out are in there. So that will be a tuck spot, and that's really pretty there. When you open it, it'll be there, and then there. Look at that, how pretty that is. And then there. Okay, so let's trim this back just slightly so that it is the same level across. And then this one, oh, that's fine. That one's fine. Okay, we have that. And then this can flip open. And then we can decorate that section somehow, which we won't worry about right now. So this will be a flip out like that. Okay, so we just added another page into our book. That's how you can add some pages. Another pretty combination there. Wonder if I should do that at the front of the journal too. We were going to make a pocket. Let's find a spot to make a pocket like we did the other one. Ooh, this would be kind of, where'd it go? I saw it. Not there, not there. It was brown. I saw it and I thought, ooh, that would be a pretty pocket right there, or a tuck. Right there. And we'll just glue right here and right here. There's that one. Okay. And we're going to do something different with that one. Don't know what. I feel like this page could use something different. Like, even if it's just decorative. I wonder how many more of these I can get out. Probably not many. Let's see if this one's better. Oh, yes it is. Although having some of them in there makes it stronger, so I'm not too worried, but I do want most of them to come out so the design shows. Now I'm not going to make a tuck out of this one because, like I said, these little lines are just too... I would have to back it with something else to make it a tuck. Oh, I adore it. Imperfections. Okay. But it would be super cute to just... turn it into something fun. I could also put it on this side, but I shouldn't have folded it. Too late? Not necessarily. Not necessarily too late. I could put it here. I need to cut my borders a little bit, trim it down, and then put some sort of decorative something there. Maybe a pocket or something on top of it. Let's do that. How much more do I need to trim? More? Not much, like a slight little sliver. Like that. Would be fun. Okay, let's do that. And then we'll put some decorative elements over the top of it. Like I said, it won't be a tuck because it's just not sturdy enough. Even though I really want to make it one. It's just not going to work. As soon as I slide something in there, it's going to tear. If it catches on the corner and I'm not paying attention. So we'll just do this. We'll just make sure it's patted down really well. It sticks really nicely. And then later on, we'll figure out how we want to decorate that. Okay, there we go. It's pretty. All right, and then this side I'm going to cover up with something anyway. All right, so let's pick out some of those stencils that I got. See if there's any in here. Thinking we could use something here even. Like Under the Sea. Or I think there was another one with the words on it. Let me look real quick. Under the sea, under the sea. La 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 la. I love the beach. I've got some whales. The beach is calling. I don't want to use that one. These are so cute. So, so cute. Mermaid. Nope. Not that I won't use a mermaid, just not right there. Okay, I think I like, I think I'm liking the under the sea one the best here. Or maybe, here's something I could do. I could put it on this side so it won't be white around it, and I'll just do the, yeah, I think I like that. Okay, I think I like it. We're gonna use walnut. That's scorched timber. Of course it is, because why would I get the color I was looking for? There's walnut. And I'm gonna use my brushy brush. And I'm just gonna hold this down as straight as can be. And I'm just gonna do this. You could do these in colors. You could do this any old way, but I just kind of want it to blend in. And I'm just doing this on some of my coffee dyed paper, is what this paper is underneath it. I think it's going to look gorgeous. Under the sea. Isn't that pretty? I'll just go around the edges a little bit. There we go. We've made our own paper, guys. It's beautiful. All right, let's do that on a couple others. Let's do the whales. Is there one? Wait, that was in the first signature, of course. Let's do... I have 3 with words, so I could do all 3. This one had the whales in this section, didn't it? Maybe it was in this section. No, it was in the first section. Let's do I Love the Beach here. Pretty. Okay, and then let's do the last one, the whales, over here, and I'll do it. There it is. Let's do it here. And I think, I don't want the starfish up there, but I think I want the rest of this a little bit. There, like that. That's nice. And then we could actually take some of these and put them, like we could just do the seaweed right here. You don't have to need a whole scene or words or anything like that. Just do that. And then we could do another page. We could do it again here. Well, that's in the same, let's do it in the next signature. We'll do it here. And then let's do it one more time in the front signature. Let's do it here. Okay, and then there you go. That's a good start to stenciling. And you just kind of go where you think it looks nice. And there you have it. So that's a good start to this journal. I think that was a lot of fun. I hope that you guys enjoyed it too. I'm going to go ahead and cut the video because it's going to get really, really long if I sit here all afternoon and work on this, which I don't plan to, but probably some more today I will. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're having a fantastic day, guys. Happy Saturday. Look forward to seeing you in the next one. Hit that like and subscribe button. It helps me get my videos out to more people in the world. And thanks once again. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Okay, my friends. Well, here's my living room that I've been telling you about and my disaster. There's all plasticed off. All plasticed off. It's got the little zipper so that the abatement team can get in and out of there if they need to, I guess. I don't know what that's for. And here's this is all I've got left in here. Stuff that, you know, the dog sleeps by the door when I'm not here. This has kind of been my station of putting things that I need to move, and then I move them. This is most of the stuff out of, well, a lot of the stuff out of my kitchen cabinets, not most of it. Most of it's downstairs that I needed, and this is the stuff I really don't need. A lot of it's boxed up over here, and some random stuff like dog food that I need to get access to, and I've got some cookbooks and stuff. This room is not damaged. They may be changing the flooring in here, I'm not sure, but this room was not damaged at all. But there are my kitchen cabinets, some of them, and my sink. There's my sink and the faucet, which I actually like my faucet, but they pulled them out yesterday. So let's go into the kitchen and check it out. So these cabinets are all gonna go. They are damaged. These ones too. The stove is hanging in there. They took the counter off around it, so it's sitting on the floor. This stuff's gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Got a big old hole in the glass here. Moving over here, they pulled these counters out. You can see the mold on the back of the window or the wall. Disgusting. Dishwasher. That blue up there is the tarp they've got covering the roof. Here's the big old hole. Those are live electrical wires that nobody's pulled down yet or fixed yet. So we've got some hanging drywall, and there's the insulation with all the asbestos in it. Yay, I'm breathing all that in every day. And then there we go. There's the big old, I mean, this is a huge, ginormous hole. You can see the gapingness in there where there would be sunlight. There's more, but wait, there's more. So it's a pretty good size hole. And then that one over there. More wires right here within reach. But I know not to touch them. Nobody else lives here, so. This is just hanging down drywall. This cabinet is holding all of this up, so it can't be moved until the abatement team comes to get this drywall or the insulation out. So nasty. These cabinets will all go. Getting new cabinets, new backsplash, new floors. It's all gotta go because this is all wet underneath, and it's underneath the tile too, so it's all reading wet. So they have to remove it or it'll rot. And then we go into the living room. Hi, Momo. I can let you out. You can fit through there. I can't fit through there, but you can. There you go. Can't go out the back door because the door is holding up the eave. That is the side of the roof that is crashed down, but the door is holding it up, so I can't move the door. You can see how it's all bent up and everything where the tree hit. And the gutter, this is the rain gutter that's fallen down, part of the house. And so, yeah, there's part of the house down there too. There's part of the gutter guard. So that's that. I can't use the back door. This is the raw wood underneath the flooring. You can see how it's wet and moldy there. And then this is the hole that tree knocked out. Ginormous hole. Now this one doesn't go, you can't see daylight through this one. But I'm told, well, you can't actually, well, that's actually the vent to the top of the house, the turbine vent. I'm told that there's some broken rafters up there, and of course more asbestos. So good times. And then over here. So the crown molding will go, I'll get paint, this room will be painted. All of this drywall is going. It's actually knocked, you can see that it knocked some of the screws out or through the roof, the drywall. You can see that one even better. And yeah, so that's that. Good times, right? So this is what I've been talking about. So this part was wet and squishy. So they had to get that. They cut it out and put a new piece in there of wood. So that'll be solid. So I'm getting new flooring in here, and there's the giant, enormous dehumidifier that I've been running for the last couple weeks. And things are still wet, so there you are. So that's what I've been doing. This is the mess that I've been talking about. And anyways, I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me, listening to my stories, and being patient for more videos, because sometimes it's just overwhelming. So thanks so much. I appreciate each and every one of you that watches my videos, leaves comments, and sticks around. So love y'all. Hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.